speeches are always the cheesiest of things, but this is one of those days where it kind of has to be. Putting on this cap and gown today felt like a whole different kind of reality to me. I mean, many of us have been waiting for this day since we walked onto campus, a crazy, weird 11-year-old sixth grader. Yes, I'm going there. To be an MSA original is to have been here at MSA for 7 years. 7 intense, mind-blowing, life-changing, crazy long years. 6th grade until the end of our senior year. Years MSA has watched us go through the best of friendships, the worst of puberty, the craziness of boyfriends and girlfriends, and the actual demands of schoolwork. My first day here, I walked into MSA, 11 years old and shy, following my 16-year-old sister who had a bunch of friends. Friends who proceeded to say to me, "Oh, so you're her little sister?" Many times I would say yes. Now I tend to remind them of my name as well. That day comes as a bit of a blur to me, but one thing I do remember is this. On my first ever day at MSA, waiting for the bus ride home, I found a friend who saw me for me rather than anyone or anything around me. My first day at MSA began my journey to realizing how important it was to be my own person and to love that person. Throughout the years of essays, posters, 3D projects, procrastination panic attacks, volunteer hours, ACT and SAT prep, I've always been encouraged to find my own voice. My teachers, parents, grandparents, and friends have all challenged me to go further than I ever thought possible. When I wanted to quit, I was never left. When I wanted to give up on myself, I was never alone. Some of us may have found out what panic attacks are, how depression works, the detriments of perfectionism, laziness, or even gossip. These things are not positive things to find out about, but at MSA we could. We could mess up and we could grow. We could experience the real things of life. I remember breaking down one morning in ENC 1101 class freshman year. I had stayed up until 4:19 in the morning writing a paper, and I felt the crushing weight of things I didn't fully believe I could handle. I saw the worry in my parents' eyes, but also the pride and the love. I saw a teacher who got the wrong end of many of my overwhelmed and supposedly funny attitudes, but believed in my writing anyway, believed in me anyway. I want to thank my teachers, parents, family, and friends who continue to remind me of the importance of this day. So often, my focus has been on the next thing, and I'm reminded to take a breath today and take it all in. This day, no matter how you may see it, as an incredible day. Whether it was the easiest of journeys getting here, or the one you still can't believe you've made, we did it. And if no one else has told you today, I'm extremely proud of you. Breathe it in, friend. We're here. We're not that 11-year-old sixth grader or 14-year-old freshman anymore. We made it. We have all had extremely different experiences, and even different thoughts about MSA. But I love that we can all say we've been here. Whether it's for 7 years or 7 days, we all have MSA. One of my teachers once asked me one piece of advice I would give my future daughter. I said, love them anyway. We all mess up. We all have our little quirks, journeys, and things that make us who we are. And we all, at one point or another, need someone to love us anyway. I believe this school follows that very motto. Whether we mess up and feel like our lives are falling apart, we're confused, or we have really exciting news about a program we just got into, despite our differences, and I have been known to have values very different to the MSA community, it is just that, a beautiful community. I was recently reminded by a friend about a letter I wrote her about 5 years ago. She told me she still had that letter. It reminded me of the day I gave it to her, and she hugged me so tight, I knew my encouragement had made a difference. MSA has shown me that our love for others, beyond differences, beyond our own opinions, it makes a difference, a long-lasting difference. While many of us have plans after graduation, I have often thought about what would happen if my plans had changed. I'm graduating today with my Associates of Arts degree already completed. While I thought that was an amazing idea at the time, it also means I already used my 2 years of college where being undecided is acceptable. Now I have to actually answer those questions about what I want to do and be when I grow up, after high school, after college. So with every application, I kept freaking out because I had no general education courses left. I had no time. I decided I would study secondary English education. I love watching people grow, learn, and get inspired. I want to do for students what my teachers did for me. I want to believe in them even if no one else has. I want to encourage them to put their own voice and creativity into things that are just made so much better that way. I want to inspire them to find who they are, who they're called to be, and who they want to influence. With that being decided, I've worried that teaching high school may not be what I want to do for the entirety of my life, or even if English is the right subject. I've worried that I might waste thousands and thousands of dollars on an education that may be extremely different to what I actually end up doing. One or two of us, if that, may know something we want to do until the day we die. Many, including me, aren't so sure. I have been worried about this for a very long time, but I come to you today and I'm not worried. I have no doubt in my mind that those in this room who want to succeed will. I know we have all been taught what we need to know to go out there in the real world. We have been taught resilience, love, growth, and a desire for excellence. We have been taught about differences in relationships and qualifications and things beyond measure. Whether you know what your life looks like from here or you're completely blanking, I am confident that these valuable lessons will reign through. When I was preparing for this speech, I found this quote that I have begun to love. It is this: "There is no script. Live your life. Soak it all in." Throughout my life, I've been labeled as so many different things: the little sister, the smart girl, the weird girl, the planner, the Jesus freak, honestly my favorite by the way, and so many more. Today, I can proudly say I'm a passionate, faith-filled high school graduate who has the best yet to come. We can all say with great pride and satisfaction that we have graduated and the best is yet to come. While there is indeed no script for any of this, let us soak it all in. This day, this week, this month, this year of our lives, it is not one to forget. Congratulations, class of 2022. Remember to live your life, soak it all in.